welcome to a brand new speed build. Today I have a Tudor starter home for you, and yes, it's another starter home. Like, I don't know what happened, like I never do starter homes, and then I have posted now 3 on the channel. One, like the first one was I think back in April, and then the second one was in I think at least August, and then we have this one, which is like kind of weird. I will link the playlist to all of my starter homes here in the corner, but I really wanted to have a starter home for my save file here in Windenburg, of course. I mean, I'm gonna try to have a starter home in all of the worlds where they have, like, I don't know, like they're big worlds, I guess. So like there probably won't be one in, like, you know, Roman magic, like that world. I don't even know what the world is called. I forgot about it, but like I won't have a starter home for that one. At least I don't think so, just because it's not a big world. But I might. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But for Windenburg, because it's such a big world, I definitely wanted a starter home. And I talked about this in my, I think it was my town cottage, that I had like I had to build a starter home on a 30 by 20 because I had used all of the 20 by 15s in the world. So this is that house. So if you're wondering why it's on a 20 by 30, that's why, because I have used well, I haven't, but I wanted a starter home to be in kind of this area, and actually I might have used all of them, but anyway, I think there's like one or two, I think there's 2 20 by 15s in this like area of Windenburg, but so yeah, so like I've already used them and I really love those builds, so I will keep them in the save file where they're supposed to be. So I just basically had this lot left up here, and of course like the huge 64 by 64, which like I won't build a starter home on a 64 by 64, that's insane. But I decided to do it on this lot instead, and I think it worked out fine, because, well, I think I might have one 20 by 15 lot left in like the town area, but I didn't want it to be on that lot because I already have a plan for that lot. So anyway, here it is. That very long backstory for why it's on this lot, but I decided to build the house diagonally, which was a challenge. So if you've never tried to build anything on a diagonal in The Sims 4, good for you. Honestly, good for you. Don't try it. It's horrible. It's not, but it kind of is, because this scale of things, it's kind of bigger, but not that much bigger. So you will see here in the kitchen, when we start off, the bill is kind of big, and with the kitchen, like, you couldn't even put the counters like from wall to wall because there would be this like kind of like just a little gap, and it was like so annoying, and the house just turned out so much bigger than I thought it was going to be because it's on a diagonal. So I do shrink it down. I think we're doing it right now, depends on how well the voiceover syncs up, but I do shrink it down a little bit. So yeah, I think it looks better when it was like when it's smaller now, but it was just like scaling is so off. Plus we can't have stairs on a diagonal, so that's why the house is like not on a foundation. It's not. Plus I think it saved money because you didn't need stairs then, so actually it worked out fine. But it's kind of weird because I always put all my houses on a diagonal. I think I have one house that I haven't put on that diagonal, which is going to be in this area, I think, if it's going to my save file. I think so. I think it's one of the houses that I put on a 20 by 15, so like it takes up a lot that I couldn't use for it. I will link that video also here in the corner, if I remember. I don't even know what I called it. Probably like a Tudor cottage, I think, maybe? I don't know, I posted it a few months ago, and that one, it's not on a foundation either, so it won't look like completely out of the world with like not being a foundation, which like it wouldn't have been in the beginning as well, but like, you know what, I don't even know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry. But I also had to shrink down the bathroom because like I did like my normal sized bathroom with like 3x2 like tiles. That's kind of like my go-to bathroom size, I guess, because it's just a good size. I discovered when it's on a diagonal, that's huge. It's not actually huge, but like it's big, and when you have a starter home, obviously you don't have that much money to work with, so you can't like just like decorate it that much. So I did shrink it down to be basically like a 2x2, but it's bigger than a 2x2, so I was able to fit everything I needed, which was great. I even think I fit like a shower, bathtub shower combo thing. I think so, at least. if I'm not mistaken, so like that's good. I'm actually surprised with how much I was able to like fit in this house, how much I was able to clutter it up, because again, like the lot is pretty big for this house. I'm sorry, my voice, but like the lot is pretty big for this house, so you will see in the end we do the landscaping, and there's a lot of landscaping, and I actually add like a little pond just to fill up some space, because it's big, it's very big, and I don't know, I was surprised by how much I was able to like clutter this up, considering it's only, I think it only ended up being like, I'm not sure the exact price, you can look in the description box for that, but I think it ended up being like 17,500, something like that, so it's not even 18,000, so it's a great starter home, and it is play tested and everything worked, if I'm not mistaken. I did play this a couple of days ago, so I don't really remember, but I think it should work, everything. If not, you will see in the screenshots if anything have changed from this. I did use a lot of items from the debug and show hidden objects, or show live edit objects menu, so like both debug menus, I guess, because most of the things there are free, not all, but most, so I decided to use them, but I didn't want to like overuse them. I wanted to actually use a lot of items that you're also like were able to use actually, so I think I did that, and I don't know, I definitely think that like the more money you get, the more you can actually like maybe like put in better items, but also like add items, like maybe I don't know, like more skill building items, and I definitely think like you could maybe add like another bedroom or something, like expand on it. You would basically just have to like remove like some landscaping and stuff like that, so I definitely think your family could grow here, but I'm not really sure, but I think so at least. But you will see that I did this build like differently from when I usually do builds, because I basically did the interior first, and then I did basically the entire exterior, and then I also like don't like I'm not decorating one room at a time, because I'm kind of going all over the place, and that's just because I found like items like, oh, I need this, so I put it down before I forgot about it, so like I knew I had room for like other things like in the budget, and then also, and this also happens like all the time when I'm going through like the debug menu, which like technically I'm not going through like the debug menu. I'm sorry if you can hear my computer, but technically I'm not going through that menu because I do have the better build and buy what's it called, sheets, it is linked in my description box, it always is, together with all the other sheets I use, or not sheets, they're mods, together with all the other mods and the red shelf, it's always linked in the description box, but when I use that, like when I go through all of the debug items, I guess, I always find like new ones that, oh, like I should put this here and put this here, so I am sorry that maybe it's like a little jumpy. I tried to not make it too jumpy, but I think it works out in the end, and I don't know, I really like this house, like I really think it's a good starter home. Honestly, I was not prepared to post this today, like this was not going to go up until like a week or two, like maybe even 3 weeks, but then I discovered that I don't have time to do this voiceover any other time than today, like through the rest of the week. It's Tuesday today, and I don't have the time to do the voiceover any other time, and I don't have the time to like finish it before tonight and basically like tomorrow morning, and then like the rest of the week I have things, well, I don't really have things to do, but I have people like going to be in the house, and I think maybe like someone even sleeping in my room, and I don't want to do like voiceovers when other people are around, or like my family, like sure, and I mean technically it's my cousin who's coming, and like she's family, but it would be weird still, so like I just want to get this done with, and this was the shortest video, I think, at least, that I had like completely finished with the exception of doing the voiceover, so that's why I'm doing it now. Also, my voice is probably like darker or like deeper than normal, and also like maybe a little raspy, and I'm not sick, well I am, but not like that type of sick, like not like my throat is hurting sick, but it's because I'm not even joking, like 5 minutes before I started to record this voiceover I cried, which like I'm fine. I cried because one of my favorite characters in the book I'm reading died, and I was not prepared for that, so I just had a little bit of a cry, which is like weird because I have discovered like I used to cry a lot. Recently I haven't, like I only cry for like things like that, which I don't think is good, because like I don't cry when I think I'm like supposed to cry, which is sad. I'm not even joking, the only time I cry like currently, like now, is when a person dies in a book or a TV show I'm watching, or like a movie, or like something bad happens to them. That's the only time I cry, which is like not good. But anyway, I'm sorry. You did not need to know that. I'm sorry. Also, it's kind of late in the like night, and I didn't really sleep that much, so I'm sorry. But now I think at least we're going to do the exterior, like the landscaping and everything like that, and this is what took the longest time with this build. I did cut out like most of the landscaping because it took me such a long time. Like normally starter homes does not take me that long like at all, but the landscaping for this house definitely took me a while, and also figuring out like how to build on a diagonal because I don't think I've done that before, and if I have, it's been like 3 years since I did it, so you know, I had to figure that out, but I think it ended up going at least okay. But the landscaping did take me a very long time, and I do really like it. I think it's like very like luscious and like overgrown, and I don't know, I love that so much. Which like I discovered recently that I've been loving doing landscaping, which I mean it's good. But it does take me a very long time because I've discovered that I love making a lot of like luscious landscaping, which in a lot of builds that I'm currently doing. So that's great for me in my time, but it is fun. But it does take a very long time. It's very repetitive. So like in all of my videos, I think I only show you like the first part of my landscaping, like basically the front of the house usually, and then I just cut to like it being done because I do the same thing over and over again. Like I use the same things. Like I don't need to see that. And like I just don't really see the point in that. Let me know if you actually do want to see it, but like it would like whenever time I am, oh my god, I'm sorry, when every time I am editing a voiceover, that's what I was going to say, and then I just got stuck on I'm sorry, but every time I edit a voiceover, or not a voiceover edit the video, like when I take out that part of me landscaping, because I do record it, because if I like press like stop recording, I will forget to turn it on again. That has happened before, so just keep it like recording. But I like take away, I'm not even joking, like 5 minutes of sped up footage, and I usually speed up my videos between like, I would say like 4.5 to or not 4.5, 4.7 to like 5 times usually, sometimes more, sometimes less, like depending on how long the like recording is, but usually around that time. So like not that long, or like pretty long actually, like I don't even know what I said, but it's actually like a lot of footage then. So I don't think you need to see me like 5 minutes of me just landscaping. I don't think you need to see that. So yeah, and then I actually for this house also I used a lot of things from Cottage Living. I'm sorry, I can't speak today, I'm sorry, but I used a lot of things from Cottage Living, there we go, because I discovered that a lot of like things are very cheap, and there's a lot of things in the debug menu from that pack, so I used a lot of it, and I'm definitely thankful for that pack now. I mean, it is probably, I'm not even joking, my favorite pack up to this date, so that's great. But yeah, so there's a lot of items from that pack just because they're cheap and they're good, and yeah, plus like, you know, the vines that we got, we do have them in the kind of like regular menu where they cost, but also if you do use the live edit objects sheet, they basically the exact same vines are there just for free. So I usually tend to use those. They don't cling to the wall, I think, like automatically, so you have to like place them kind of yourself, but if you don't know that they exist, like use them if you are doing like a budgeted home, like this one or something, because they are so helpful. And then we decorate the pond, which I decided to show you because I think it's a little different from like our usual landscaping, so I do decide to keep this in, and I definitely think it's a good choice. I don't know, you're the ones watching this, you should tell me. I guess, I'm sorry, this voiceover is such a mess. I'm sorry, I was not prepared to do a voiceover today, and then I discovered that, and then I cried, and then I was like, I have to do it now. So you're just here with me through like halfway through a mental breakdown, but like it's fine. And yeah. And then I put some, like I tried to put a lot of activities as well, like outside, like flowering boxes. Is that even, no, that's not what it's called, planter boxes, but I think I used like the planter things from Cottage Living because they were cheaper, and then I put like, I think beehives, or like insect hotels or whatever they're called, and I think also like a little place where like a oh my god, I'm sorry, a little dining area. I'm sorry, I really should not be doing this. Normally my voiceovers are not this stupid, Weird. I'm sorry. Also, I like haven't really talked today. I haven't even talked English, I think, because I haven't been to school today. So, I don't even know what's going on. I'm sorry. I should really not be doing this. Plus I'm like kind of sick. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I really like this house. I really hope you guys like it as well. And it will be in my save file, like I said before. And yeah, I don't know. I'm still just I think this is one of my favorite builds that I've done, like one of my favorite starter homes, if not my favorite starter home that I've done. But the fact that I put it on a 30 by 20 and did it on the diagonal is just kind of still shocking to me. Shocking, not shocking. Like, what am I even talking about? I'm so sorry. But it's kind of like shocking to me that I actually pulled that off, because I did not think I was going to, and then I did. So I normally don't like say things like that, but I will pat myself on the back for this, because I am pretty proud of this build, which I like never do. But yeah, I think I need to end this voiceover now because it's getting super chaotic. I'm so sorry. But that's basically it for this video, and I really hope you liked it. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!